Well, Flat Earth Hippie here. Kind of slept on some stuff last night. Uh, kind of reached, kind of had like a little epiphany. It was quite a quite an understanding I came to with myself. I'll talk about it last. First, Flat Earth. I found Flat Earth here. I don't know, it's been 3 or 4 years now. I, you know, It's real easy to swallow that deception we've been lied to about that the Earth is a ball. It's just like totally clicked. We, I kind of been waking up ever since I was a little bitty guy. I saw the Wizard of Oz, and I was about 5 years old, and Dorothy found that dude behind the curtain pulling the puppet strings. Is like, really? Is that just like I really knew then that that was that showed me what was really going on in this realm in which we dwell, and inside of me I knew that was what was going on. Uh, all my life, I kept looking at stuff and questioning things, and even though I didn't fully understand, it was the catalyst and it was way early on. It really changed me and the way I lived my life. And so fast forward to back there, sometime 2014, I stumbled onto the flat Earth, and I knew that that was right. There was very little research needed, just few simple a few simple proofs. I didn't have to. I just started reading uh, Eric Dubé's take on it, and I was done. Now you could stick a fork in me. I was done. I knew that was the truth, and you know, I I just knew. When you have a knowing, and I thought to myself, for a few years, that's just so huge. There could be nothing bigger than that. They couldn't have the wool pulled over our eyes on any grander scale than that. And granted, that is huge. I mean, it's once people understand that and realize that part of their reality and what's going on, it really changes everything. And it didn't really change everything for me, but I knew that the the veil, at least my own personal veils, were being lifted. That was something was going on that I didn't fully understand. Probably don't fully understand now, but like an age of awakening or something. Uh, and so for several years, I thought, well, there's that's it. The climax is over. I could never come across anything as huge as that. Well, I was wrong. I mean, the deception about us being slaves, and and the dollar, and the assholes in charge. That was, kind of knew that anyway. Uh, but I've come to a better understanding about that. The straw man, who I am not. I'm not that straw man. That was, kind of rolled with that, and rolled with that deception. But then all of a sudden, I stumble across this urine therapy, and yeah, I've only been into it for a week now, and uh, as far as I'm concerned, it's just as huge as the flat Earth, and in terms of another veil of deception being lifted. But what could be more huge? What could be more important than every being on the planet being able to heal themselves, drinking from thine own cistern? Urine has, your wine has everything in it for perfect health and probably longevity as well. Uh, Now that I'm really coming to understand about this urine therapy, uh, it is on every level just as huge as flat Earth. I mean, flat Earth is fine. I watched a video of, I think it was Subtle Infinity the other night, and and dude's right on some counts, you know, bringing people into this flat Earth and making them flat Earthers, and then now go back to sleep. You live on flat Earth. It's just join the club and get in this little box with us. Well, yeah, the he's got some valid points about that, and I never really looked at it because yeah, all right, so I'm a flat earther. I'm not much for labels, but we're all flat earthers whether we know it or not. But it shouldn't stop there. That should just, when we get our eyes pried open to that, uh, we really need to take a good long hard look at everything. Don't just, I'm a flat earther, or don't get me wrong, going out and being active about it and talking to people, John Smith and Dell and those guys. Somebody needs to do that hard work, and my hat's off to them dudes. They get out and hammer it out and put up with them trolls and all that nonsense, and they're waking people up, and that needs to be done. I do it myself, not on the scale that they do, but the Scots are definitely in the lead, and the Brits aren't far behind them, and then there's a dude in Thailand that as far as I'm concerned, is really one of the big guns in that. But back to this other veil of deception, this urine therapy. Everybody has the ability to heal themselves. What could be more profound and more uh, important than being every being? I'm not just talking about people, I'm talking about animals. Animals drink their own piss anyway. You see it everywhere in nature, but you don't. I don't really didn't really look at it that way. Mamas all lick their babies' asses. Billy goats. They're standing around piss all over them. They're the most disgusting looking creatures when they get older, and they're just piss soaked from their chest clear back their legs, and they'd be soaked all over if they could hold on to their dick and piss all over themselves. They understand the value of urine too. It's an incredible substance. Uh, it is as life changing as flat Earth, and and I'm sure it doesn't stop there. Now that with this newest revelation, urine therapy, you know, it should be pushed just as hard as flat Earth to wake people up. No more medical industry, none of that nonsense. Takes them completely out of the picture. You're a pharmacopoeia unto yourself. Uh, Really ought to check it out. Everybody probably, I'm sure, would be at a different intensity level as to the quantity consumed. Some people, a few drops, maybe only homeopathy for some people, where you dilute it down to where there's next to nothing there. But it definitely should be explored. We could take the medical industry right out of the picture; it'd be gone. That's how those kind of changes are made. People wake up to that. No more medical industry, no more pills, no more opiate bullshit, and fake opiates, and addictions and all that. Anyway, that's pretty goddamn huge. But then I was sitting around here spouting off about the moon last night, and my partner, Mama E, the flat earth dork, Mama Earthica, I don't know how she wants to be called. I'll call her the flat earth dork or whatever. Uh, I was talking about the moon, and saying, well, it couldn't be a dead sun, because the feminine energy is, just as powerful as the masculine energy. And she said something real simple to me, and she says, well, I've always, a lot of times I hear our realm called Mother Earth, and it just like totally clicked. What Mother Earth, the nurturing, the womb, and Father Son. Without him, there's no life. Without Mother Earth, there's no life. But the moon now, what they call feminine energy, I'm beginning to think that's bullshit. In fact, I'm sure it's bullshit. You go out there in the cold moonlight, it putrefies stuff. Uh, it's a totally different kind of energy, and there's nothing warm and receiving and nurturing about the moon. It's cold, putrefying light. Uh, I'm not sure what the moon is. I'm back to thinking it could possibly be a burned out sun. Uh, I don't know, but it's certainly not uh, what it's been portrayed. It's not divine feminine energy. It's something else, and we've been sold a bill of goods on the moon too. Uh, the mother, the divine feminine, is right here. The realm we stand on. That is the divine feminine, and the sun is the divine masculine, and the moon is something else. Uh, but once again, women or the feminine energy has been misportrayed. So I got a whole different way of looking at the moon. It's not. It's. It's. I'm going to say it's not even a good thing. It's just a thing. It's nice to have that moonlight walking around outside at night, but it's not something you want to bask or bathe in. It may in fact have everything to do with why we age so quickly. But like I said before, the fountain of youth, uh, the pharmacopoeia inside our body, drink from thine own cistern. That's where the healing and the life giving and the life prolonging uh, source is. Anyway, she woke me up to that by just telling me that simple word. I've heard it called Mother Earth, and so like I'm so over the moon. Uh, Anyway, and that's just one more. Those are just but three deceptions, and as far as I'm concerned, they're all equally huge in the way of understanding and veils being pulled back, at least for me, and I think it should be for everybody else. Anyway, I just wanted to give credit to the Flat Earth Dork for bringing that to my attention, and I just wanted to tell you guys, they got this stigma about drinking your own pee, and I drink a couple of shots a day and put it on topically, and uh, stuff about me is changing, and my eyes are opening even wider, and uh, if you never want to be sick again, you might take a good long hard look at it and quit uh, giving your ability to heal yourself to some assholes making pills and only wanting repeat customers. Anyway, I better quit this video because I only get 15 minutes because YouTube sucks. But anyway, thanks for listening.